Hello everyone, welcome to Out of Ore. This is my first tutorial, and actually my first tutorial of Out of Ore, plus first tutorial being made. This is going to be the start of a series of ones. The factory building can be pretty complex in Out of Ore, so without an extensive one out there, I thought I would end up building one, and a subscriber actually asked for one, so I thought, oh, since I was planning on doing one anyways, might as well step it up. So I ended up setting up this flat world, and I've got everything out here. This first episode is going to be a quick overview of what you need to do, or what you need to know for factories, and then I'm going to do a quick tutorial of a simple factory, and then getting into more complex factories as I go. This first episode shouldn't be that much. I'm hoping to just give you a quick overview of things that you would need to know, because there is a lot that you can do with factories with Out of Ore. It's pretty complex, but I've broken everything down into a more reasonable way to look at things. So here it is. So if you need to deal with coal, the only thing that you need to worry about in sorting is coal screen will filter out coal. So if you want to run coal plants, or at least take coal out of your system to sell right away, coal screen is all you need. If you're dealing with pay dirt, all you need to worry about is trommels and either the wash plant or the sluice box. The difference between the wash plant and the sluice box is the wash plant will process pay dirt, and everything that it processes the pay dirt into goes down further into the conveyor system. The sluice box, all it lets go further is dirt. So if you want to set those ores aside and manually sell them, sluice box is the way to go. But I would definitely recommend that you go with a wash plant anyways, because even though it's a little bit more money to add a storage container after this, to set them aside, it gives you a lot better control, and having this in your system means that you can adapt better later. Sluice box doesn't let you adapt it later, because you'd have to replace it with a wash plant to adapt later. So stick with a wash plant, you can't go wrong. But when you're dealing with pay dirt, all you need to worry about, trommel, wash plant, you're done. You do need to deal with water if you want to have this be more efficient, but beyond that, it really doesn't matter. Next is, if you're dealing with stone, and it's more of an end game with stone, so I mean, you probably won't be dealing with that right away anyways. But if you're dealing with stone, all you need to worry about is the shaker screen, which sorts your stone out. You've got jaw crusher into cone crusher. And then after that, if you want to create other materials from gravel, you need a froth floater. That will need water as an assist on it, but again, stone setup, you only really need to worry about it if you're dealing with stone. Oil isn't really a huge thing. If you end up getting into manually doing generators, electrical generators, you might want to look into it, but I've rarely used it. If you're planning on making your own asphalt and doing roads and that, this might be a good thing, but you would combine the asphalt plant with your stone setup. So that's why I've included it kind of together. You'll need an oil setup to convert into to feed the asphalt plant, but that's the basic setup. You would basically, if you're doing asphalt, you'd basically either do a combination from, like, split it out between your asphalt and your froth floater, or you would have to decide whether you want froth floater or asphalt. Next, if you're processing materials from your wash plant or from your digging your ores, this is your setups. You've basically got two setups, just the metal ore, which is I could find it. Sorting is iron ore, copper ore, aluminum ore, silver ore, and lithium ore. So that ends up sorting your base materials. It pulls iron into there and creates iron, melted iron. You need something to process the melted ores afterwards, but it does process really quick. For higher end materials, which is your iron ore to turn it into steel, aluminum ore, and silicon ore, you pair that with your high temp smelter. It only does these three, so iron ore turns it into steel, and then your aluminum and silicon. Pair this with this, pair this with this, and you'll have the majority of the ores taken care of as far as processing is concerned. Now, one note on the smelter and the regular sorting. So smelter will do iron ore, copper ore, silver ore, gold ore, platinum ore, and lithium ore. However, the standard metal ore sorter will only do iron ore, copper ore, aluminum ore, silver ore, and lithium, which means that there is a disconnect between your sorter and what you can smelt. Specifically, platinum and gold, which means that if you're using this standard sorting system, you still need to account for gold and platinum at later down the line. Not the end of the world, but just keep that in mind. When you're processing this from these guys, you need to process it into something else, and that's these machines. I'm not going to go over these machines because these are more advanced setups that have a specialized purpose. If you're just trying to earn some money, this is the one that you're going to end up needing, is a bar roller. All this does is it takes your melted ores and turns them into metal bars, which you can then sell. This works on either one of these. It doesn't matter what material ends up coming through it. If it gets a melted ore into it, it will process it into bars. And that's the basic setup for all the machines. Just choose which one you want and do a variation of that. In future ones, in future episodes, I will show how to put some together, how to work with the conveyors, and what the best setup that I've found so far is. Well, I hope this overview has helped. Please like and subscribe to see more. Stay tuned for the next episodes of the tutorial, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.